everybody. Welcome to Katie in the Morning. I'm Katie Page, Director of Member Relations at the National Association of Healthcare Assistants. I also work, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I work PRN at one of the local nursing homes here in Joplin or in the surrounding area of Joplin, Missouri. And one of the things that I love most about what I do is developing that relationship with not just the resident, but their family members. Kind of getting to know their history, like what kind of relationship they had with their mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, that sort of thing. Definitely the ones that come in on a daily basis. They get to know you. They truly appreciate what you're doing for their family member. Being their professional caregiver is something that gives you that feeling. You know, the feeling when they come in and that they appreciate everything that you do. The kind of downside to that is I've attended so many services for residents who have passed away in the times that I've cared for them in facilities in Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, everywhere. But kind of having that comfort of that person, I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story here. We had a lady that was in our facility in Iowa, and she came in just to one assist with a walker, and like so many of them do, she started to decline, kind of go downhill. Turned to assistive 2 walking, and then the easy stand, eventually the Hoyer. But her daughter was there every single day from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 8 o'clock at night. She stayed in the room with us when we did care. She chit-chatted with us, asked us how our kids were, told us about her family, what her plans were for vacation, all this stuff. But every single day before she left, she let us know how much she appreciated what we were doing for her mom, and she always called us her angels. Have a good night, angels. I'll see you tomorrow, that sort of thing. Well, after our resident passed away, we had a program at this facility where if the person on the hallway wanted to attend that funeral, that service, the NACA leadership team would come in and relieve them so that they could go for an hour and a half out of their shift to go attend the service for the person that they were continuously caring for day in and day out. So I was the consistent staff on that hallway. It was day shift, so my director of nursing actually came to relieve me, and then the charge nurse came with me to the service. And I'll never forget, it was just a room full of people. I mean, hundreds of people at this service, at this visitation. And when we walked through the door, her daughter was standing in a round circle in a group. There's probably 8 people in this group, and she looked up and she saw us, and her face just like lit up, and she said, "You guys will have to excuse me, my angels are here," and left all of her family, all of her friends in that room, left them all completely just to come directly to us and, thank you guys so much for coming. Mom loved you guys so much. I appreciate everything that you do, da 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 da. And that was really just like one of the most heart-touching moments of my entire career. I will never forget that. But there is a line when it comes to relationships with family, as far as professional and friends, that probably shouldn't be crossed. Especially as CNAs, we do have a scope of practice, so we really have to watch what we say and how we say it to family members. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to kind of cut that out in a little more detail for you guys.
To CNA TV every Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time for long-term care news with Dane Henning.
I'm gonna have that beat for that membership promo stuck in my head the rest of the day. I don't know if you guys know this, but that silhouette of that girl dancing, that's actually me. No, it's not. I really wish it was, though. Okay, so reel it back in, Katie. So we were talking about the line between friendship and that relationship with the family members and your professional standing as a CNA. I think this is kind of a really hard balance for a lot of CNAs, especially the ones that have, 3, 4, 5 and up years of experience. With the longtime residents, the family members that come in day after day after day, you're the person that they go to first. You're their expert on their loved one. You know what they ate for breakfast. You know what side they slept on last night. You know how many times they've been to the bathroom, what their bathroom routine was and what it looked like. If they're feeling okay, if they're agitated, you know everything about this person. So naturally, that family member is going to come to you after they start to recognize this for the frontline caregiver. But one of the things that you really have to keep in mind is HIPAA, first of all. So if you're talking to a family member in a hallway and they're asking you, how's my husband doing? How's my mom doing? How's my sister doing? Make sure that you have them in an area there if you're going to enclose those kind of details, especially if you know what medications they're taking, if you're a med aid and they're asking and you say, no, they didn't take their Tylenol this morning, or I couldn't get her to swallow this kind of medication. Make sure you're in an area where nobody else can hear you, because those are definitely HIPAA qualifying information that you shouldn't be sharing. As far as like the friendship and that sort of thing, everybody knows we're not supposed to accept gifts from family members, which a lot of times they will try to give you, especially in the situations where their loved one passed away. They're trying to give some kind of a gratitude to the person that took care of them for the last 9 months, the last year, the last 5 years of their life. One of the things that I would suggest is if they want to show their appreciation somehow, make sure that it's okay with the DON or administrator, but let them know there's like some kind of a fund for employee appreciation, or they want to order pizza if you're a smaller facility, or some kind of. I have family members who have in the past bought the Bath and Body Works hand sanitizers, just a bunch of them, and brought them in and gave them to all the shifts. That way you're not getting singled out individually, but you're still allowing them to express their gratitude for everything that you've done. A lot of the younger residents are coming into the homes now on skilled nursing, whether they are I don't know how I want to put this one, but a lot of drug rehab candidates are coming into nursing homes because those facilities are overflowing. A lot of mental health cases are coming into nursing homes because those facilities are overflowing. But you also have the younger generation that are getting knee replacements and coming in on skilled care. They're recovering from pneumonia or open heart surgery, or the list goes on and on and on. So you're going to develop relationships with those people and their family members too, and they could be very, very close to your age. So you definitely want to keep that distance there. Let them know that you're there in a professional way to care for them. Of course, be kind, courteous, and keep that smile on your face the entire time that you're caring for them. And if they want to develop a relationship after they've been discharged, as far as friendship goes, I have several residents who have me on Facebook that have rehabbed a home, and we kind of keep up the communication there and that sort of thing. But like I said, there's definitely that line that you do not want to cross. You don't want to go bar hopping with the 55-year-old man that just got discharged from your home after his knee surgery, and then those end up on Facebook. The social media and HIPAA go right hand in hand. So just be aware of, and if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. It's just as simple as that. It comes back to that nature of a CNA, the professionalism that's installed in us, the knowledge and the skills that we're trained on and get used to. If it doesn't feel right, just don't do it. And if you do have questions that they're asking you in regards to even their blood pressure, temperature, that sort of thing, those should probably be directed towards the nurse. You can take them up and say, oh, well, I don't really know the answer to that question, but let's find out. I'll take you up to the nurse and we can talk to her together about this. That way they still have that friendliness and that comfort with you, but then the answers are actually coming from the person who should be giving them to them rather than the CNA, and then you turn around and get in trouble for violating HIPAA and that sort of thing, or giving them the wrong answers completely. I've seen that done in the past too. We had a resident fall twice in one shift, and his son came in. He was a daily visitor, And he said, I know Dad didn't get hurt in his fall, da 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 da. And he said, and the CNA that I was working with said something about the second time, and the son's like, what? And he's like, well, yeah, the second time he fell, it wasn't in his room, it was in the dining room. What second time? Well, the nurse hadn't even had time to call the family and let them know that he actually fell twice on that shift. And so the son had no idea about the second fall. So just keep in mind what you're saying, think about it before you say it, that sort of thing. If you guys have any questions, or if you have any short stories that you want to share, you're more than welcome to visit the NACA Facebook page or join the CNAs for Quality page. That's an open house right there for any and all CNAs are welcome. I will see you guys right back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Katie in the Morning.